Welcome.
You got dads.
Hey there guys, my name is Double-Anon.
Double 684.
Welcome you back to more Dream Daddy Dating Simulator.
Yeah. We're gonna get some dads.
You've got dads.
Well, let's take a look. Let's not just rush into anything. We're not getting much detail here. So just click on one and see if there are any options come up.
Which
Go with Matt, just in case there's no turning back. Okay, so yeah.
Matt Sella. Avid music enthusiast and passionate coffee drinker. You can find me most days selling bean juice over the coffee spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Hit me up about 80s no wave music.
Okay, so we actually get a little bio.
Friday nights prefer my cold brew setup, one drip at a time, baby.
Cold brew's pretty good. I used to make cold brew coffee. It's really good.
If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? Fine tunes to pass the days away. What are your turns on multi-instrumentalism?
Not bad.
What'd you want to be when you grow up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles.
I don't blame you, Matt. Half the movies I watch, I'm like, I need some subtitles. What the hell are they saying?
What's your ideal date? We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat.
Aw, that's cute.
What do you never leave home without? My headphones, both in-ear and over-ear, just in case. I spent a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from and where did it go? Did we all just agree it was a bad idea?
Alright, so it brings up the whole bio. Oh, and then we got the little hearts up there for affection.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Should we check out the other ones? Yeah. Okay.
We did a thing with Craig, so maybe we already have a heart with Craig? Nope.
Dad of 3, business entrepreneur and fitness enthusiast, juggling work, family, and fitness through it is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it.
He's an entrepreneur, too. Did he ever mention that?
I don't think so. Get one last good cardio session in on a Friday night. Box of energy bars is what he would take to an deserted island.
He'd eat all those energy bars and then swim off the island.
What's your turn-ons? A sub 6-minute mile. Okay. Beer pong world champion is what he wanted to be when he grew up.
There's a hint at those college days.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite movie genre? Buddy cop movies forever. Nice. GTL date. Scaling a huge dangerous mountain for fun. I needed context to figure out what that was. Extra tube of energy gel is what he would never leave home without. Energy gel, apparently. You rub it on your skin and it makes you live forever.
I don't know about forever, but...
I spent a lot of my time thinking about my mile time. My mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? So that's Craig Can.
Dad.
Craig Can.
Craig Con.
And that's...
Damien Bloodmarch.
How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I am not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter.
I can get down with 2 of those. Maybe not black cats. Maybe black cats. Maybe I can get down with all 3 of those.
Listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens.
He's a taxidermist.
A coffin.
A man's got to sleep somewhere.
Pronouncing bosom
like
correctly.
I don't everyone to bat and say bosom. He's like,
what did you want to be when you grew up? A bat.
A bat.
What is your favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts.
I like that.
An upside down cross is what he never leaves home without, and he spends a lot of time thinking about morality, salience.
Mortality.
Salience.
He likes thinks about mortality.
So which one do you like out of those 3? He's decided to go with either Matt, Craig, or Damien. The other 4 don't really click with him.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with Damien.
We'll go with Damien for right now?
Yeah, Damien Bloodmarch.
Alright, let's send him a message. I don't know.
Type stuff now.
Can't beat that whammy bar.
Can't beat the whammy bar.
Smell as often as you can. It will make others around you feel more comfortable.
Or just get you punched in the face. Why the hell are you smiling? Pop!
Please remember to call us once in a while. Our number is 123 555 5555.
It's called masking tape for a reason. Hit that little free spot. It'll be fine.
I can just cut it out. Oh, we're good. Damien seemed really interested. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and try to type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. I think that all the time. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Hunter, I must confess my... Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do for myself a bit available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Oh, whoa, there's more.
Oh. Calm down. It's all there.
I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll through around my garden. Should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch.
Nice.
I stare at the screen and reread the letter several times.
Nice.
Hey, Amanda! Amanda pops out of her room. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying.
I thought she was at school.
She should have been at school. Maybe this is the next day. Hey, are you alright? Oh,
Fine.
Yeah, totally. I'm cool.
No, you're not.
I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last 3 months was actually made out of plastic.
The succulent? What?
Plant, probably.
Maybe?
Some type of plant. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey.
You have to tell me what's actually wrong.
Why are you lying to me? I'm not. I'm perfectly fine.
There you are. You ended up with a question.
Alright. I don't believe her, but I'll let it go for now. I mean, I guess that's kind of a good advice to just kind of let your kids come to you. If you push them, you're just going to push them away.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would... Yeah, it's gonna be me on our parents. Like, especially when you end it with a question, like, I'm not? It's like, then you know they're lying.
Right.
When they otherwise they can't, if they can't look you in the eye and say, no, I'm fine, then, you know.
Please note, we're 21 and 20. We don't know what we're talking about.
We're not actual parents. Don't
We're not both dads. Don't worry, we don't know what we're talking about.
I hope I'm not a dad yet.
I hope I'm not a dad yet. I'm not even the right gender. Anyway, can you help me with something?
Oh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples.
Ew.
Oh,
I got really, like, not puffy real quick.
right? No, can you interpret this for me?
Interpret this.
I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed to do is bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the noblemen in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy for our land.
Huh.
Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you?
Huh.
Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though.
Nice.
Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Hey,
Come
just...
back. Is it gonna come back up? Yup, it is.
Sure thing, dude. Regards, Hunter. Amanda hits send and smiles at me.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's that.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's creepy.
I like it. That is a house. Yeah.
I make a short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house, more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms over the other homes in the cul-de-sac.
Sweet.
He did totally paint his house black, though, which is something he mentioned at the Yeah, he did mention painting his exterior.
I like how it looks really dark all of a sudden. Like,
ooh, wasn't it the middle of the day earlier?
I think it still is, just because like how we're looking at the house.
True.
It's really dark.
I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one.
It's a knocker.
Knock, knock. Fancy knocker. I pulled a large, ornate, carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door.
Hello.
It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer. Noting the oil paintings of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I am admiring them. This doggo!
That's a fancy dog.
And that's Damien.
Maybe. Could be a dad.
As I'm admiring, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello?
Food looks pretty good.
Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Hunter, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder.
Candle holder.
Oh, a walking...
things. Like from, A Christmas Carol. I think Scrooge was carrying around a candle holder.
What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around.
There we go.
Okay. We do not mesh together clothing-wise. Like, he's fancy Victorian, we are
we
cat
also
shirt.
didn't get, like, a fancy Victorian option.
We had the choice of wearing an actual nice dress shirt. Now we have a cat shirt.
Doesn't mind.
Damien leads me around the house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
It's a nice house.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities for any modern dwelling. Nice! We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. That must be Lucian's room.
Probably.
Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? Yes. That's my son's room. You know how rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see.
Fair enough.
We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish.
Bedroom. Oh my.
And this is the library.
Oh, this looks really fancy.
Look at all those butterflies!
All those books.
Oh, poor butterflies!
We're two totally different people.
I was drawn
towards
the
Look at all those butterflies! Look at all those books.
Sunlight streams from the ceiling to floor to ceiling arched windows.
Ooh, I like that.
The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room.
I would be too. Pick up a book. Oh, he liked that.
You know, Hunter, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought it was more tawdry novels. That the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with, shirtless and out of breath. He looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. That is smart.
He's got some
Naruto fanfiction.
Got some Sasuruto over there.
Naruto.
Some Sasuruto fanfiction.
Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection.
Don't put it out in the open! Look out the window. You like that too?
I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases the beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Greg on his lawn. He's doing push-up with his daughter on his back.
His daughters.
Daughters. Oh yeah. Damn.
Damn.
He sees me always happily doing push-ups with one hand now.
Nice.
Damn!
Damn!
Did you know that Victorians spend at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of long, full-length windows? I'm sorry. Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke.
Oh, that was a pretty joke. And last we got the butterflies.
I walk up to the glass display.
You loved everything.
He liked that we're taking an interest in his library.
True.
I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, it's probably more than just butterflies then, if it's just a bug.
I see...
Nice bugs. Some moths. Those look like... That might be a butterfly. That looks like a dragonfly or something.
Yeah. Nice bugs.
Let's say it's various bugs.
I pinned them on myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Please, will you join me for tea?
Of course.
Of course, let's go.
Nice and tasty tea.
I follow Damien to a sitting room where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy their tea, and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich.
Let's go to your home. He seems to really like talking. He seems to like his house.
Oh yeah. My god, so many eggplants!
So many eggplants and squirting emojis. He liked that one.
It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What's got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry. Did you guys see a marching... It's
what?
The Black Parade! It's a song reference. I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious. Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals sort of grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think.
I think so, too.
That's a good way to look at life. Why not go all the way? I like not dying while I catch a cold. When I catch a cold, sorry.
Fair enough.
He takes a sip of his tea. I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try and live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid, like not being able to shower.
True.
But then I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Hunter, do you have any hobbies? Oh, man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interest. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I learned how to juggle once.
You can pick one of these, I suppose.
I feel like word jumbles?
Okay.
Nope, he liked it. He liked it. He didn't love it. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches.
Barely.
Oh.
Come, I have one more thing to show you.
I'm barely a writer. I do write.
Oh, hello, that's pretty.
Oh my god, that is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous!
So beautiful.
Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. His voice is becoming more like a, it's so serious.
Okay, let's not give him that voice.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings.
That's kind of cool.
Even more interesting is that one flower can mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. True. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright red flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbifera, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? 3 cheers for sweet revenge? I feel like that's... I don't know. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred, so we weren't that far off.
No, we weren't.
Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower?
I hate that they're so limited on the choices.
I know, but out of these 3, what do you like the best?
Sunflowers.
They remind me of sunshine, and then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice.
I was neutral about that one.
My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you.
Oh.
You put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Hunter, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavenly perfumed air. What a lovely yard.
Indeed.
This makes me wish I had a little more effort into the garden than Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, our gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle!
Hey, gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that.
Oh, we have to put it back together.
Ah!
And a time limit. Oh god. Okay,
What?
turn it around. That's the top. Okay, that's the top of it. We can't put the top on. Yup. That's nope.
Nope.
Okay, quick. There we go. That one on there. Yep. And then that one. Yep. Other way. Yeah. No. Shit.
Ah!
We'll figure it out. Can you move it? How are you able to arrange it?
Just
can you
rotating.
make it like? Can you twist? Oh, we can. Yes. There we go. Get the head on. Get the head on.
Oh.
We got a C!
Oh.
No, we got an S! Our secret.
Perfect.
Start billing credit as early as possible. Whew, phew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Ah! Hunter, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything's perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school, post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Hi, Mr. Vega.
What's up, Hugo?
Damien and I walked into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
I don't know.
Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. They have very similar voices. Help! Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem as like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo.
Probably not.
What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridor of the school. We pass several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. Angst. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. Oh, hey,
great, it's his kid.
It's both of their kids.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
We find another teacher in the boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose.
They got in a fight, didn't they?
Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around at the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
Ha!
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me.
Huh.
Whoa. Wait a second. Lucien, did you try to... cask of Amontillado Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that, but your statement still offends me.
I will not deny any of that, but you offended me anyway.
I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's cask of Amontillado?
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with a promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What's the thought process here? That Ernest was going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then you realized that I lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad,
Whoa.
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cast of Amontillado. I can never say that word right. And it took you 20 minutes to realize that Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story?
Nope.
I read the first 5 pages and then a review of the movie.
Whoa.
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, it was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You both are suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too.
Huh.
Maybe you can stop this next week looking for You can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's your silver lining. There is that, yes.
I really admire how you handled that.
You're a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him. I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It really does. You're a good dad. See you around soon?
Hey.
It would be my honor and pleasure.
There we go.
Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Ah.
I come home, find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo.
Yo.
What you watching? Tiny House Building Brothers Extreme
Hunting
Edition.
Brothers.
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling.
It's House Hunters and something else. Probably just a parody of just House Hunters.
I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-house, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house?
Huh?
I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to... He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to brick up him into a wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian live-streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy is a character, but he's really good company, and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Date complete! That's a noise. Yay!
Sensing a romance between us.
That's his voice.
Chemical romance.
I like it.
That's a band?
That's a band.
That's his voice. I like it. That is his voice. I love it.
So you've made your decision now, or do you want to go? Do you want to go on a date with the
I
other
feel like we
three?
should probably give these other dads a chance if we want it to be a good video.
Okay.
If we have that option.